Hello Crafty friends, it's Alicia of the Call Me Crafty Owl YouTube channel, and I am so glad that you have joined me today. If you're new to my channel, welcome. I hope that you will be inspired to hit that subscribe button below at the end of my video. If you're a regular viewer and subscriber, thanks so much for stopping back by. For today, I will be sharing with you challenge number 9 in my No Spend November giveaway and challenge series. If you have been following this, you kind of know what's going on. I am trying not to spend this month, and I'm trying to use stuff that's in my stash, and at the same time hope that you'll play along and enter yourself to win one of the prizes that I will be giving away. Now, if you would like to join me, you will have until December 15th to create your project or projects. I know that it's a busy time of the year, so I hope to have all of my challenges. I hope to have 15 up by the end of the month, and then you'll still have 2 weeks into December to get those projects uploaded and entered. To get all of the details, which there are a lot, so you're gonna have to bear with me, I have an intro video that gives all the rules. If you want to join, I will link that intro video below and pop it up in the upper right hand corner now. And what you'll do, watch it completely through at least one time, and then in the description box I have timestamps to the important information if you ever need to go back and review it. But for today's challenge, I want to get out my metal embellishments. These could be brads, eyelets, metal words, metal sayings, metal shapes, paper clips, anything you have that's metal. I'm going to call this challenge heavy metal. So you need to create a new project that uses some type of metal embellishment in it. I thought before I got started on my project for the day, I would share with you some of the metal stuff that I have acquired over the last decade and a half, because let me tell you, I used to love metal stuff. I'm gonna have the standard brads and eyelets, of course. At one point, I think these are, what was it, Making Memories was a big crafting company. I got these, and some of them are metal tags that have sayings, some are metal tags that have words or maybe even shapes. And there's actually holes for little metal rings. I have metal brads in shapes. I have paper clips. I have key-shaped brads. Heart-shaped paper clips. I have shapes that you put brads through to hold them on the page. This is just my metallics box. I also have a color box that has very similar items. In my little green goodie bins, I have huge metal paper clips, some glittery star brads that I got for a project. These are more items that you put on with brads, but then I think they were made for ribbon, like you would loop ribbon through this. I have lots of those in different colors. I had to have these. I have never used them. They've not even been open. These are from Stampin' Up, and they are called mini library clips, and they are completely adorable. It's kind of like a no, not really a bulldog clip, but they are adorable. Never used them, just had to have them. Again from Stampin' Up. They are pewter brads that are flat, and then there are little clear discs that can go over that, so you could put your own pattern paper in here and make your own pattern brads. Over in this box, a lot of random stuff. So we have some balloon brads, birthday present brads, some shapes. Here I just have some metal ring embellishments, metal charms, metal frames, jingle bells, and then holly berries with a little trio of brads there to put in there. And then we have these words. in pastel colors that you could add to a project. These are way old, 2004 it says on the back here. Now that I've showed you some of my metal embellishments that I have been hoarding, I hope that you can look into your stash, find some metal embellishments, and play along with me. The items in front of me are what I will be using today for my project. I might pull in a couple things or decide not to use a couple things on the table, but I will quickly show you what I have pulled out. For my tools, I got out my Sizzix piercer, along with some Making Memories needles, and just the black foam pad to do the piercing on. For my heavy metal elements, I pulled out these decorative brads, and I'm going to use this one here that says love on it. And I also pulled out some little colored brads, and I might use some of the red ones from here. I'm really not sure, and I'll probably wait until the end to see. I just got them out in case I wanted to add more. I have a scrap of black and white wood grain from the Hobby Lobby Petals and Blooms collection, a piece of red cardstock. I have a top fold white card base and a scrap of white cardstock that is 2.5 inches by 2.5 inches. I'm going to be making a love theme card today. And so earlier off camera, I looked up a heartbeat image online, and I just kind of pre-figured out the shape of that because I will be doing some piercing. This is what I'll be using later as my piercing template. And it is the same size as my little piece of white paper here. Let's go ahead and get started. The first thing I want to do is do the little bit of cutting that still needs to be done. I am going to be cutting my patterned piece to 5 inches tall by 3 3/4 inches wide. The red piece of paper I'm going to be cutting to 4 inches wide by 5 1/4 inches tall. And because I don't like where my 5 1/4 inch mark lands here, I'm actually going to cut it at 3 1/4 to leave the 5 1/4 up here. There are many things I love about my trimmer, but the ruler is not one of them. If you know of a rotary trimmer, I do want the round circle blade because I think they last longer, that has a ruler that does not cut off important measuring points like 4 1/4, 5 1/2, 4, 5 1/4, all of those, let me know below. I don't want a huge one. I do know that they make bigger ones. I want more of a personal trimmer that meets those expectations. I would love to hear if you have one. If it's still in production, I might check it out. I just realized I forgot to cut down my red scrap to mat my 2 1/2 inch piece, so I'm going to cut this to 2 3/4 by 2 3/4. I will be popping the focal point up on foam tape, so for this piece I'm just going to adhere it flat to my card front. I'm not going to adhere these two pieces together until after I have my heartbeat all stitched in there. So I'm going to go ahead and pull in my foam pad to protect my work surface, and I'm going to pull in my paper piercing template. To temporarily tack down my piece of white paper while I do the piercing, I just use a little piece of washi, so when I turn it over I know it's not going to move and I can go ahead and do my piercing. And now I'm just going to use some adhesive to tack down those tails on the back. So there's the finished heartbeat piece. And the reason that it's to left of center is because I'm going to be putting the brad on the right, so that takes up a lot of space there. And there was a pretty quick and easy card that you could give for an anniversary, a wedding, Valentine's Day, maybe just even a just because card if you wanted to slip it in somebody's lunchbox or briefcase or purse and just remind them that they are loved. If you enjoyed this video, I hope you'll give it a thumbs up. Until challenge number 10, I hope you're all having a crafty day. Bye-bye.